Hey folks, Mike Iaconelli here. We're out here, we're on a lake, we're looking for some structure. You know, the big thing in structure means it's a physical break of the bottom. Cover is a physical object, but structure is the actual composition of the bottom. We're out here, we're looking around, we're using our LOWRANCE in conjunction with our Navionics chip, and we've identified a roadbed, you know, so we're going to look at what this thing looks like on the graph, we're going to look at the break, and we're going to look at the structure with the side scan imaging on this LOWRANCE. So let's check this out, okay? So first we've got our Navionics chip that's going to put us in the ballpark. You know, this is kind of a tool that we're going to use to really put us where it's at. And then we begin this thing which I call as a zigzag pattern. So you're going to put the boat in kind of a fast idle, and we're going to start looking at the bottom. One of the main things we're looking for, one word, is change, okay? So as we go along, you know, we're starting to see some stuff. Here's a little bump, and there it goes. There's the drop or the side to that roadbed. Now look at this thing. It's actually, this roadbed sits on the side of a creek channel. I mean, we were in 15 feet, we went to 30. And now look at what we see here. You know, we kind of see the bait grouped up. You know, the bait's going to look like balls. We start to see some game fish on the break. It could be bass, could be striper. Let's go back over it again and look at what this top of this roadbed looks like. Killer break on this thing. Again, we're using our Navionics chip. We see that old roadbed on that Navionics chip. We're going to use that zigzag pattern. And here we go. Coming up. Boom. Sheer break on the top of it. Top of the roadbed. Peeks out. It's got a little lip to it. A lot of times these old roadbeds will have a little concrete or a little asphalt on it. And it'll identify it's kind of like a little lip. And that's what we're seeing there. Go back and zigzag it again. On my next pass, once I get on that break, we'll go back over it. We'll switch to side scan to see what that thing looks like. You know, the other thing you always want to do too is look for these little changes on the bottom. A lot of times what you have here is a stump. You have an isolated rock. This stuff can be real key too, so you want to keep your eye out for that. This stuff's just feedback from the boat. Okay, there's the lip of that roadbed. There's that break. Let's watch this thing fall off. Boom! Giant break. Should start to see some shad on that drop off again. There's an arc. There's a couple game fish. All right, let's switch this thing. Let's look at this thing on side scan. Okay. Okay, here it goes. Let's see. We've got our contrast at 76. Let's see. Let's bump it down to about, let's get 60 feet on it and watch what this thing looks like. It's incredible, you know. The nice thing about this side scan is you can use it in conjunction with your traditional sonar, in conjunction with your GPS and your Navionics to really dial in on stuff. And so where the bait looked like clouds, now we're seeing the bait as actual fish. You know, you look at this thing and now you can actually see the images of fish. Here comes this break. Look at this thing. Look at the rise on it. Here it comes. Same thing. And now we're getting a real-time image of what this thing looks like. One thing you want to look for on side scan imaging that's real important are shadows. You know, these shadows. We just talked about a stump, right? Look at that. Look how the stump actually looks like a stump. You've got your root ball. You've got the top of the stump. Look at that old root that goes down. Here's another old tree that's cut off. I mean, that's the key to this side scan. So then we go from getting an idea how it's laid out to looking at it on GPS, and then finally using our structure scan to dial in. Mike Iaconelli here to tell you, get yourself a LOWRANCE, get yourself a Navionics chip, and you're going to become a better structure fisherman.